Hello, this is Connie Lang, and as a preview to the two sessions, today we are delighted to invite one of the very prestigious National Committee of the Chinese People Political Consultative Conference, Mr. Henry Tan. Very nice to see you.
Hi, Connie.
Thank you. So you must be getting ready to travel to Beijing very soon.
Yeah, we'll be leaving next week, going to Beijing on the 3rd of March.
Right. Looking forward to it?
Yes, I mean, once a year. Exciting.
Yeah, I know. Henry, I understand that your family business involves in different disciplines. What suggestions that you give at the two sessions? So would you like to start? I understand you're in the fashion industry. So what's your thought in that arena?
Well, no, yes, I'm involved in the fashion industry. It's my belief that, in the old days, Hong Kong is a manufacturing center for textile and garment.
Yes.
Back in the 60s. Towards the end of last century, beginning of this century, Hong Kong has changed its role to become an administrative center of the textile garment manufacturing for brands, whether it's American or European or Japanese. And this role has continued to play until today.
For sure.
And I believe that with the changes of the whole world, I think our role have to change again. And over the past 10, 15 years, Asia's economy has been doing very well. And I think the middle class in Asia has also increased.
For sure.
And I think it is time that we should have some Asian brand. And therefore, I believe that in the future, there will be US brands, European brands, and Asia brands. And so in Asia, we should have an Asia center, fashion center. And so I think Hong Kong is the best place to do this Asia's fashion center. And we also have government support in the our chief executive's policy address. He has also supported it. And last November, we have a very, very successful Fashion Fest.
For sure.
And we also plan to do it every year. And therefore, in the two sessions, I have proposed different areas that we can improve. And how can we make Hong Kong as the fashion center of Asia. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to encourage Hong Kong young people that is interested in the fashion business to create their own brand and to create their own distribution. And I also believe that we should also encourage Chinese brands to use Hong Kong as their international center. And it is my belief that a lot of the very successful Chinese brands, it is time for them to go overseas. And particularly in ASEAN country or in the Belt and Road countries.
For sure.
And Hong Kong businessmen, we really know the ASEAN country.
Yes.
In the manufacturing side, over the past 30, 40 years, a lot of the Hong Kong manufacturers, we operate in ASEAN countries. And many of us employ tens of thousands of employees in those countries.
Yes.
And we know those countries very well. And in fact, in the old days, or until now, we are also doing some retail there. And I believe that Hong Kong people can support Chinese brands to go overseas, especially in the ASEAN country. And I think this is a win-win story. So we're trying to encourage government to establish policy so that Hong Kong businessmen and the Chinese brands can go hand in hand to explore this new opportunity. We hope one day Hong Kong can be just like the Paris fashion show or the Milan fashion show or the New York fashion show. Not only that we can develop our fashion industry, it also supports our manufacturing and our design team. And in fact, it also supports the hotel, the tourism.
For sure. Yeah, so I remember the very popular Chinese show, The Blossom Shanghai, 繁花, that was very popular, and they have some very good brands that got very good advertisement within the show as well. So with those shows going abroad, I think that would be very good advertising on a global basis as well. You must be thinking about using that as a good tool to promote as well, right?
Yes, the Blossom Spring, 繁花 has been very, very successful. And therefore, I think our Hong Kong government is also promoting the film industry.
Right.
And I think whether it's the Hong Kong local brands or Chinese brands, or even Asian brands.
Right.
We can all incorporate there. One of the Cambodian designer, she's decided to stay in Hong Kong and move her business to Hong Kong.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So at the 2 sessions, what's your expectation for development for this particular arena?
So we are trying to promote Hong Kong. I mean, as the Asia Fashion Center, and we try to encourage national government to establish policies to encourage mainland Chinese brands to use Hong Kong as their international gateway. And honestly, it's not only the fashion industry. I think most of the consumer goods that is competitive in China has a lot of potential for international market.
For sure. So we jump into the second suggestion that you have, and I understand it's in regard to the fishing industry, right? So what's your thought in that arena?
The Ministry of Agriculture and Fishery is amending the Chinese fishing law, and I think this is the opportunity for us to be able to participate in the fishing industry in China. Back about 40 years ago, when the different countries are set up international convention, they're governing the fishing industry in the Pacific, in the Atlantic, in the Indian Ocean.
Right.
At that time, Hong Kong did not join those international conferences.
Oh, really?
And therefore, Hong Kong fishing boats are not able to go fishing. Our close by water or the Chinese water. So we are hoping that in the amendment to the Chinese fishing law, it can incorporate Hong Kong as part of the Chinese fishing law. And so by doing so, our fishermen will have a wider water to do the business.
For sure.
I know that our Hong Kong airport is trying to set up some fishing centers in the airport, like the Japanese tuna market. You know, you go there, all the Hong Kong tourists that go to Japan, you always go to try the Japanese sushi.
Right.
And I think, we would need a bigger fishing industry. They can go to different part of the world to catch those fish and seafood to bring them back to Hong Kong.
I see.
For our Hong Kong people's consumption, to sell back to China, or for all our tourists.
This is very good suggestion. We have a fishing industry, but as you said, it hasn't been very much proliferated. So I think this is great.
Yeah.
I look forward to having more diversification of good seafood.
Yeah, this is what Hong Kong is famous for.
Yes, for sure.
And we do hope that we can bring good ideas to our national government, and Hong Kong people can be a part of the growth of our nation.
So I'm sure, with your good experience and also profound understanding to the industries, would do something good for us. So thank you very much for your contribution, and we look forward to the 2 sessions coming up very soon.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. So see you next time. Bye-bye.
Yeah, bye-bye.